Hi, my name's Janet Hoskins. I'm a lifelong, born and raised resident of Precinct 12 in Baltimore County. And I have a very detailed statement and question for both Commissioner Hyatt and Johnny Krzyzewski. Number one, I paid close attention to your slides up there regarding the crime stats. Well, I know for a fact, and it can be politically minded or policy driven, as to how those stats are reported. I'm here in regards to this district, this eastern part of the county, and the crime that is going unchecked. And with regard to the police force, I want to know how, Mr. Olszewski, you are going to get resources into this district to deal with the increase in crime, specifically drugs, and also how and why. When I called Baltimore County Drug Task Force last week, because I am fed up. I'm talking about two specific neighborhoods in this county. The police precinct office was moved, and at the end of Lynch Road, there is the pump house, and there are drugs, prostitution, needles, all kind of activity. When the police officers were sitting there, you did not have that. The police district commissioner left there, and now it has gone crazy. So I want to know why. When I called Baltimore County detectives, I was told I had to wait 2 weeks to have a detective assigned to address my concerns. When I have actual, to your point, Commissioner Hyatt, descriptions, addresses, names, phone numbers, drug type, quantity, and the also escalation of crime is due to the fact that the neighbors in that area are too scared to report anything because of, you know why, Mr. Olszewski? Retaliation. And if you think that those elderly residents are going to call and report what they see, you're strongly mistaken. But I'm here to stand up, so I called and took it upon myself to report everything I know. I see the specifics, and I'm told 2 weeks to have a detective call me back. And that is uncalled for. Where are the resources to this side of Baltimore County where you were elected from because you are from Baltimore County and the Dundalk area? And these residents are here, we're lifelong residents, and we're here to protect our property values. So here's my political question. About Section 8, because the
Right.
So my whole concern is, to your point, Commissioner Hyde, about diversity and transparency. I want to see the budget. I want to see the resources coming into this area. I want to know your policies on Section 8. I want to see the crime stats on Section 8. And to your point about the diversity, I grew up here, and I have never seen this community more diversified and the residents getting along than I have ever seen in my life. Yes, there are specific incidents, but people are here, they're fed up, and I had specifics, and they were not addressed 2 weeks. And oh, by the way, I also witnessed an attack upon my daughter, and because I was from here, I knew better not to call Baltimore County Police at that time. You know why? Because the last time we called Baltimore County Police, what do you think happened? Nothing. Yeah.
To the drug complaint and 2 weeks of getting someone to call you back, you know, a response like that would not be acceptable. So what I'd like to do is also have you wait until the end so we can look into that specific situation. If somebody contacts the police and has information, is asking for someone to get back to them, a reasonable response time is what our expectation is. Everyone in these 2 front rows is what our expectation is. So just wait until the end for us, okay? All right.
And not was from here, am from here, will always be from here.
Where's the resources to fix us?
Well, the resource, so just for context, the first budget I've ever introduced and passed doesn't take effect until July 1st. So my first 6 months in office have actually been the continuation of the last budget that was passed before I even came into office. And so we are committing unprecedented resources to the police department, more so than ever in the past before. We want to do more. We're going to do more because I know. I mean, I've lived it.
Okay.
Patapsco Avenue, St. Helena, the last 10 years of my life. I listen. I appreciate the opportunity.
Holistic approach is not acceptable. Holistics don't fix crime and violence. Not holistic approach. Would you say your words?
Okay, ma'am. Come on, ma'am. Let's be respectful of
I'm happy to listen, and I'd like to respond. I mean, actually, holistic approaches is the only thing that have been shown to address the issues. And hear me out. We can do the policing approach, which we do, but when that person, for example, is in the Department of Corrections, if we don't get them treated and off of drugs while they're in the Department of Corrections, they're going to come back out and still be addicted. If we're not connecting that person to education or employment opportunities, they're going to resort to theft and breaking into cars and sheds. And so it has to be holistic. That's the only way we're going to address it. It has to be in strong support with our police department, but it has to be holistic. That's the only way we're going to get things done. And I will just say, in terms of providing the resources, that's why the transparency is so important. And one of the things that we're doing is we're doing this open budget, where you will be able to see eventually down to the contract where and how we are spending our money, because it's your money. You deserve to see where it goes, how it's spent, on what issues it's being spent. And so that is my commitment. As I said earlier, this is the first budget that I've ever introduced and passed. It starts July 1st, but no, I'm committed to providing the resources, particularly, and again, this goes back to being open. When you see the numbers, other people would not come to a town hall and say, numbers are up. They just wouldn't share them. Say, we're here to listen. What do you have to say? That's not how this administration, it's not how this county is going to operate. We're going to acknowledge where we need to do better, and we're going to do better, trying to work together. So, but I appreciate your advocacy and your passion. Thank you.